Hey, Monk. I'm glad you're here. Miss Fleming?
Glad you're here? God, you must really be desperate. Usually the mayor's office has to shove us down your throat.
Fact is, the mayor's office did call, but this time I did not argue. We have an unusual situation here.
Yes? Well, what do we have?
Homicide with a baseball bat. 10:37 last night.
You know the exact time of death?
We know because she was on the phone with 911 at the time.
Adrian, wait.
What?
Captain, before we get started, could you just initial this agreement? It's our standard consultation fee.
It's what?
Our standard consultation fee.
Could we take care of that later, Shawn?
No, now?
Adrian, I prefer to take care of business first.
But that's not the first time you've said that.
Bite me.
Give me that.
Whoa. Look at these prints. This was a big guy.
Yes, he was a really big guy. Parked nearby, maybe around the corner, walked through here and went in through the side door.
Yeah, and the lock's still intact. It wasn't Jimmy'd. She must have left it open.
And what's all this?
These are rocks from the garden. The killer left them like this.
It's a message. He's toying with us. Some sort of code, but I haven't been able to figure it out yet.
You think the killer stopped here in plain view of the neighbors, went rooting around in the garden, collected a few rocks, and then arranged them carefully on the grass?
What do you think?
I think he was looking for a hide key.
I found it.
General Hollister?
Yes?
I'm from the police, sir. My name is Columbo. Lieutenant Columbo.
Yes, Lieutenant?
I'm terribly sorry to disturb you, sir, but we have this report about this shooting.
A shooting?
Yes, sir. In this house.
That's quite an opening line, Lieutenant.
Sir, I'm sure it's just a crackpot complaint, but
But it's your job to follow it up.
Yes, sir.
I understand. I've had to do many unpleasant things myself in the line of duty. But may I ask, this alleged shooting, just who is supposed to have shot whom?
Well, you see, sir, we don't know exactly, only that the victim was wearing some kind of a uniform.
A uniform? Well, come in. These young men are from my alma mater, Lieutenant, MMI. They're here to take away my military souvenirs for permanent enshrinement in the Memorial Hall. As a matter of fact, Lieutenant, MMI is giving me a testimonial dinner tonight. They're commemorating the 20th anniversary of my retirement and the opening of the Hollister exhibit.
Yes, General, do you think I could look inside?
Lieutenant, wouldn't that be a little obvious?
Well, I want to be in a position, sir, where I can tell my superiors that I've checked everything out.
They've already started nailing it shut.
It's just 2 nails, sir.
Very well, gentlemen. I have a friend here who would like to inspect the contents of the crate. Would you open it again, please?
Yes, sir.
Wow. A lot of guns.
War trophies, Lieutenant. AK-47 assault rifle. PPSH-41 drum. PPSH-41 clip. All Soviet-made, and as you've observed, all with their firing pins removed.
I see. They're very interesting, General.
War mementos, Lieutenant. Lively memories, empty uniforms. All carefully packed, Lieutenant, for the exhibit.
Oh, yes. Of course. I'm sorry, sir. I'll just put these back in here now. There we are. I think that's fine. Thank you very much.
Carry on, gentlemen.
Shawn, the police have already been here. She was kidnapped on the other side of town.
It's been hours, Gus. Still no ransom demand. I'm telling you, this is not your standard kidnapping. God, everything's so neat.
Maybe she's a neat person.
Or maybe she's hiding something. Look at this closet. It's full of new purchases.
Please tell me we're taking that to the police.
We are. Just not the ones working this case.
Mr. Beiderbecke, we are investigating the murder of Judge Catherine Lavinio. I believe you knew her.
Knew her very well. She was a political slug, and I wasn't shy about saying so. Her antitrust ruling cost me $210 million, and this was back when $210 million was a lot of money. Whoever killed her did the world a favor.
Is this your bat?
Captain, do I look like I play a lot of baseball?
Well, how do you explain your initials DB on the handle?
Well, the question really is, how do you explain it, Pee-wee? Maybe you put them there.
Are you accusing us of tampering?
Wouldn't dream of it, but I could probably convince a jury of it. The first 20 numbers on my speed dial are all lawyers. Shall I call one? Adrian, by the way, I was very sorry to hear about Trudy. I know she was your beloved, and I heard that during our little difficulty, you never left her side, not even once.
Where were you last night? About 10:30.
Last night? Let me see, 10:30. Oh yes, I was here. I haven't left this bed in 11 years. Even if I could, I can't make it through the door. I'm 5.5 feet wide, if you haven't noticed. More of me to love, Sharona. And I know what you're thinking. Is he really that big? What's under those covers?
I would confirm and swear under oath that my patient weighs over 800 pounds. He's not faking anything.
Excuse me, are you my lawyer? Are you my lawyer?
No, sir.
Then shut up and stop defending me. Your job is very simple. You keep me alive. Can you handle that?
Yes.
Good.
Ahoy, Lieutenant. You're an early bird.
Oh, yes, sir.
Be right with you.
Yeah. I'm just, combining a little business with pleasure.
At this hour?
Well, George, my brother-in-law, George.
Yeah?
Oh, you don't know him. But at any rate, he's a fantastic fisherman, this man, and he told me that the best time to catch anything is around about now. He says, get there before everybody, and you kind of catch the fish off guard.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't look like it worked.
Not yet, but I'm gonna keep trying.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you'll catch anything big around here, Lieutenant. You're too close in.
Oh? Yeah, you know, you're probably right. General, there's something I don't understand. All the other fishing boats, they were going out, and your boat's just coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I've won a lot of battles, Lieutenant, and I've caught a lot of fish by doing the unconventional thing.
Do you know that I have always envied somebody with that talent?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can learn that. You know, I think you're born with that. You know, inventors and military strategists. Now, I wish I had that, because that'd be a terrific thing in my work. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm sure it would, Lieutenant.
Yeah. Oh, General, talking about work, there's a couple of loose ends I'd like to tie up. Nothing important, you understand, but I wouldn't like to get them tied up.
Fire away.
Well, you know, I was watching the news on television last night. Those film clips of you in action?
Yes.
Great stuff, really.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was just thrilling. But you know, General, I happened to notice that you were carrying a pearl-handled pistol.
Splendid weapon. Single-action Colt 45.
Yeah, I remembered that. That was kind of like your trademark, wasn't it? Well, the thing is this, that yesterday when I asked you whether you owned any guns, you showed me your souvenirs and you showed me your target pistol. which is all very well and good. But I was wondering, whatever happened to that pearl-handled revolver? Because when I looked into the crate, you know, I didn't see it in there.
Lost it, Lieutenant. A long time ago. When I was in the hospital in Korea, somebody liberated it, you know, wanted a souvenir. Actually, I was pretty pleased it was taken. It was getting to be just too much of a publicity gimmick.
I see. So the Hollister exhibit is going to have to do without the famous Hollister gun?
Not exactly. MMI wanted one for their memorial, so they had a duplicate made.
I see.
Uh-huh. Now, I've got to change, so if there's anything else I can do for you...
No, that'll be all, sir.
Fine, fine. Just a piece of advice. Find a different spot, or use a different bait. Otherwise, you're not going to catch anything, Lieutenant.
Shot him. It's almost as if he knew there were cameras there.
Dude, that's it. That's her jacket. We found her. I'll call the police. No, Gus. That was so us last week. We've been riding everyone's coattails this whole time. I say we take him down now. What do you mean now? I was waiting. It's been 10 minutes. I could be dead already. If you recall, I didn't want to go in there in the first place.
So you leave me in there with our suspect? What was your plan exactly?
I was waiting to hear if there was any screaming. Then, depending on how bad it sounded, I would go forward from there. And if there was any pleading, that was also a variable.
Holy crap. Are you checking email?
I need to be productive when I get nervous, Shawn.
Just come on. God bless. Gus, this is Sang-Tan. His father is the leader of the Dragon Triad. This is the lovely Becky. And they are in love.
And your father is the leader of the Golden Triad? I get it. It's Romeo and Juliet.
Kind of.
Our relationship was discovered. I had to get her safe. People die from these kind of indiscretions. I went to her in the alley, and we ran. Things got out of control.
You need to tell the police that this is not a kidnapping.
It's not that simple.
It's pretty simple.
I'm pregnant.
My father will never stand for this. I've been chosen to take over for him when he retires. There's no changing that plan. I just need a day to get some cash and get some things in order. You're part Chinese, Shawn. You must understand.
You're damn right I do.
You told him you were Chinese.
Gus, I am part Chinese. Now.
We'll never make it like this. Can you help us?
Of course we will.
Adrian, do you know who asked me out? I'll give you a hint. He's a doctor.
Kevorkian?
Very funny. Christiane Veza. I just love that name, Christiane. You know who he's named after? Christiane Barnard, who performed the first human heart transplant.
Yes, I know who Christiane Barnard was. Help me out here. She lives alone. She's about to start cooking something. Stir-fried beef, that's a meal, not a bedtime snack.
So?
Why?
Maybe she was hungry.
No. She went out to eat that night, remember? Doggy bags. She couldn't finish her dinner, so why was she cooking?
I have no idea.
Maybe she wasn't. Maybe after she was dead, the killer came back downstairs to cook something himself.
Why?
To make smoke. To set off the smoke alarm in there.
Oh my God, that's Dale Biderbeck's housekeeper.
You worked for the judge? You cleaned her house? Then what happened?
The man,
Adrian.
El Gordo, the fat man, the big whale, he called me. He offered me more money, more than double to work for him.
Adrian.
And what happened?
And then the man, the fat man, he was always asking me questions about the judge. When did she work? Who were her friends? How late did she sleep? I tried not to answer. Por el amor de Dios, but he kept asking.
And did he ask you how she locked her doors? And you told him about the hide key? The key in the rock?
Oh, señor Monk. Lo siento. Oh, perdóname, por favor, perdóname.
You know what? We gotta go now.
No, don't, no.
Thank you very much.
Really, it's
Thank
good.
you.
It's all good.
We're gonna go now. We gotta go.
We have to go. Sharona, just give me one more time.
Okay.
That body that they found off Morago Cove?
Oh, Colonel Dutton, yeah. I just heard about it. Just came on the radio. Yeah, that's shocking. Any idea what happened?
Yes, sir. Somebody shot him, sir. I guess they weighted him down and then they just dumped him.
That a fact?
Yeah. Now, I guess the sharks must have cut through whatever was holding them down.
Well, this is all very interesting, Lieutenant, but why are you telling me this?
Well, sir, to protect you.
Protect me?
Yes, sir. You see, and I know that this is ridiculous, but the fellas down there at the department, they're saying they've got some kind of a pretty good case against you.
Oh?
Yeah. Of course, they're way out of line, I know that.
Of course.
But, you know, they have these ideas, and could be embarrassing. I'll tell you, I kind of hate to get into it. I mean, you know, a man of your stature.
By all means, get into it, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. Well, take motive. Your construction company got a lot of contracts through Colonel Dutton.
Well, so did hundreds of other companies.
Yeah, but it seems as though he was being investigated by the Inspector General. And if he were killed, there would be no way of proving a conspiracy to defraud the government.
Well, if there's no one around, perhaps that means it doesn't exist.
Right. That's a good point. There's one other thing. The morning after he disappeared, you went out in your yacht.
Sheer coincidence?
Yeah, it probably is, but we do know that the body was disposed of at sea. Now, I've been studying the tides, General. The Coast and Geodetic Survey's got a book on them, and it shows that a body dumped off the marina in the ocean might carry down to Morago Cove.
Might, Lieutenant, might. Sheer speculation. Lieutenant, you should tell your colleagues that they have yet to show any link between Colonel Dutton and myself. Something that would prove that we actually met on that day.
Yes, sir. You're right there. But now that you mention it, it occurs to me that the night that the colonel disappeared, I did see a car like his across the street from your house. I don't know what kind of a car the colonel drove, but there must be thousands of them in Southern California. You didn't, by any chance, check the registration at the time? No, sir. No, sir, I didn't. There's no reason to.
Well, now that was unfortunate, wasn't it?
They lied to us.
They didn't lie.
Maybe they were in it together. They needed money. They fleeced you because you're either romantic or stupid.
I know when people are in love.
What now, guys?
You know Romeo and Juliet, right? DiCaprio and Danes?
It's a play, too.
Sure it is. What if I said Becky Chang got mixed up with the triads, the golden ones, and fell in love with a dragon? She didn't get kidnapped. She's out there making kissy face with her guy pal.
There's a ransom note, Shawn.
Aha! You are following the case.
Only enough to know that you're wrong.
Really? It's not a kidnapping. Why do we just get this?
Wait a minute. That was no ransom note. No money was asked for.
I don't follow you.
That doesn't make any sense, Shawn. Why would he send a photo that's going to incite a panic?
Who's he?
Romeo, the son.
The son?
The Tan family.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
There are two.
Two?
Two sons. This is Sang-Tan. He's number 2 in the gang. Now, this is the other brother. Which one did you meet?
I met them both.
Tenno is an enforcer. He's somewhere in the middle.
Oh, well, this guy's the toughest member of the crew by far. Why isn't he next in line?
He's a big problem. He crosses territorial lines. This guy likes to poke the bear. The Goldens and the Dragons have been at peace for a while. This guy has a history of inciting trouble. The only reason Tenno makes sense as a leader is in a time of war between the triads. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Our relationship was discovered. I had to get her safe.
I do. And I know who kidnapped the girl.
Mr. Monk!
Well, my. It's the defective detective once more. Lay it on me, Einstein.
These 2 chairs are from the judge's house. The killer stood on one of them when he turned off the smoke alarm. A girl in the neighborhood saw, quote, a very, very fat man standing on it. But there's something funny about the chair. It's not broken. This is Sergeant Cargill from the 14th Precinct. Sergeant, how much do you weigh?
265.
Would you mind? So how could a very, very fat man have stood on it? There's only one explanation. He was a fat man, but not a heavy man. Lieutenant! I visited your clinic today and borrowed one of your empathy suits. Fat, but not heavy. I believe we have another warrant to serve.
You're joking.
You were in it together. You killed her. The fat man planned it, but you did it. It was brilliant. You killed her, and then you left clues behind to make it look like Beiderbecke did it. Why? Because he's the only person on Earth who couldn't possibly have done it. You wore enormous boots to leave big footprints. Breaking in was no problem. The housekeeper told you about the hide key. I admit I was confused until I figured out the sequence of events. First, you killed the judge. Then, you ransacked the house. Of course, you needed a witness. You put on one of your fat suits, set off the alarm, and then waited until you were sure somebody was watching. And finally, you called 911. And you're great with voices, Doc. We've all heard you.
It's right downstairs.
Beiderbecke even supplied you with videotapes of the judge so you could practice.
This is insane. Why would I risk everything?
Well, you really didn't have a choice, did you, Glenn? I knew Christiane wasn't your real name as soon as you said you were 37 years old. You told Sharona that you were named after Christian Barnard, but he wasn't famous until 1967, after you were born.
I put the FBI on it. They were looking for you. Your real name is Glenn Q. Sindel. You killed a child 5 years ago.
Accident.
You were operating on her so doped up you couldn't see straight.
Accident.
Convicted of manslaughter and reckless endangerment, you were looking at 15 years minimum. You jumped bail before sentencing, and then you disappeared.
Until now. And somehow, Beiderbecke learned your secret, and from that moment on, he owned you. Didn't he?
Listen, I just have to say, fantastic work, really. Both of you, kudos. And for the record, I am shocked that my personal physician is both a fugitive and a cold-blooded killer. Shocked. But you can't really tie me to the crime, can you?
Well, now, that really depends on Mr. Sindel. What do you say, Glenn? Would you like to talk to us?
It will be my pleasure. I'm looking forward to testifying against you. Maybe once and for all I can redeem myself for everything I've done. All the pain I've caused. I detest you.
Do you?
With every fiber of my being. Beiderbecke, you're an abomination. An odious, gluttonous, putrid freak of nature.
Wow, it's been a long time since anyone's called me that. Listen, by the time my lawyers are through with you, you're not gonna know which end is up. There's not a prison in the country that can hold me.
Very few shopping malls that can hold you. But nonetheless, we're gonna give it a try.
What's he doing?
I think he's trying to kill me. Wasn't really much of a fight, was it?
Just look at this stuff. Look at that. I mean, this man just had a natural flair for attracting attention to himself.
Sometimes undesirable attention, Lieutenant. You don't seem surprised to see me.
Oh, I was kind of expecting you. I mean, when I spoke to Mrs. Stewart, I had a hunch that she'd tell you.
I'd like to know what this is all about.
All right, sir. I'll get right to the point. It has to do with that duplicate of your gun.
What about it?
Well, I find it hard to believe. Mrs. Stewart, see if you agree with me on this. I find it hard to believe that a man like General Hollister, who saved and cherished every war souvenir, even the smallest photograph, I just think it's strange that he was so careless as to allow his gun to be stolen. I mean, that pistol was the most famous single symbol of his whole legend. You agree with me, don't you?
Well, I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, if it was me, if it was my gun, I would take very good care of that gun. I'd have it in my apartment where people could see it, and I would keep it polished, and I would keep it oiled, and I would keep it loaded. And when a certain Colonel Dutton came to see me and threatened to expose me, that's the gun that I would use.
Well, if what you say is true, I mean, you searched. Where is that gun?
That's what I ask myself. Where is the gun? Why not on public display? Why not in a glass case? Why not in front of thousands of people? And after we found Colonel Dutton's body, anybody else, you, me, anybody else, we'd have gotten rid of that gun. We found a bullet in the victim, and a ballistics check will match up the bullet with the gun. But somehow, General, something told me that you could never get rid of that gun. It meant too much to you. You couldn't even part with a cigarette lighter. No, that pearl-handled pistol was just too tied up in your pride. Because of your tremendous belief in yourself, you figured everyone would accept your story about having a duplicate made. But there never was a duplicate made, was there? This, in fact, is the murder weapon. Isn't it, General?
I assume ballistics has checked out the gun.
That won't be necessary.
All right, Lieutenant.
I'm sorry.
Tino! We got you. I figured it all out.
Really? Yeah, really. You felt betrayed by your brother here, right? More than that, you were jealous that you weren't selected to take over. See, Sang's a little soft in your eyes, isn't he? Unfit to lead. But a war between the triads, that would be your opportunity to shine. Tenno, the enforcer. You knew who it was the night we left. Isn't that right?
This is the guy that's stealing stuff. Yeah, the safe was already open.
Which he didn't have to crack, which means he's a pro.
And he stole a jacket, which is a weird thing to steal.
You were the one who discovered that your brother was consorting with your most hated enemy.
Our relationship was discovered.
And we led you right to him.
He's right behind us!
You broke into that room, and you took matters into your own hands. Luckily, kidnapping fell right in your lap, and all you had to do was snap a ransom photo, make up enough evidence to put the blame on your brother there, and wait. Wait for a war that you have always wanted to start. Oh, relax, dude. Whoa, with the Dude, I've made it through all 7 levels of Shaq Fu on Nintendo, and Gus can attest to that.
Sang, wake up.
All right, let's do this.
Tweet!
I execute this properly, no can defend.